laying down in the beach and receiving a check every month, for me, was not freedom. I started researching more the word freedom, and it was much more connected with the word engagement. It was much more connected with the word purpose.
All right, welcome to Wealth Webinar Wednesday. So I am Stephen Nagy. As you guys know, Chris is sidekick in everything that we do. And Chris is out playing in the beaches of Aruba this week. So we had Larry Steinhaus join us this morning for WTF, and for Wealth Webinar, we are bringing in a couple really cool people. So I met Ivan and Vendy, I don't know, about a year or two ago now, and they've been big supporters of the Private Money Club. And so, you know, we had them on a show with us recently talking about what they do with turnkey rentals and purchasing real estate that help people in local communities. And they also do a lot of philanthropic ventures. And so they have a new one right now that's based around water that I just think is really, really amazing and really cool. So we asked them to come on to Wealth Webinar so we can share what they do and their mission with the whole money school community. And I'm super excited for today to learn more myself as well. And, you know, one of the things that you hear us talk a lot about is creating win-win situations. It's something that I've always done my entire professional life. Anytime I look at a new business, I kind of look at how can we create a win-win situation where not only can we help somebody, but, you know, we can also, you know, get that win as well, and win-win-win situations a lot of time. And so what they do, and for example, we'll talk about today a little bit probably, is what they do in real estate is they help people that otherwise couldn't purchase homes. And they have a really cool program to get those people into home ownership and to get, you know, ownership in their properties that otherwise they might be able to do. So it gets a win going there, gets a win going for you as the investor, because great returns secured by real estate, everything we talk about all the time when it comes to private money and the Private Money Club. And then, you know, this is how, when I met, you know, Ivan and Vendy, you know, you guys told me, and this is what Ivan's done his entire career, you know, as well, as created companies that have a mission, that have a purpose, that create, you know, help for people in local communities. So I love what you guys are doing, and can't wait to learn more today. So with that said, you know, Vendy, Ivan, you know, how are you guys?
Very good, very good. All right. How much time do you want to give us for the presentation? Yeah,
so this show usually goes about 90 minutes. So we got plenty of time. You guys can take as much time as you want. We can talk about maybe, you know, a couple different things you guys got going. We can answer questions if you have time for it. But yeah, I mean, we can go as long as 90 minutes.
Awesome.
Oh, good.
So,
excellent.
Bandy, I think we should start by sharing my video of my family office, so everybody gets to meet who I am and what we are and so on. I think let's start by then, and then I will share with you guys the background of what you are about to see. And thank you, by the way, Stephen, for having us in this webinar today.
Yes, Ivan, thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Perfect. So let me start with the very short video that introduces Ivan, who he is, and the scope of opportunities that we have. So let's do, oh, you know what? I have to share again because I always forget to share the sound. Here we go. So this is Ivan.
Ivan Ans is an Inc. 500 serial entrepreneur who has enjoyed not 1, but 2 years in the Inc. 500, now listed as 83rd of the fastest growing companies in the Inc. 500, and headed for a 3rd year. He's the founder and CEO of Capitan's family office, which comprise 3 strong divisions: business development, investments, and philanthropy. The business division is directed by the CEO and business strategist, Mr. Art Marin, with more than 50 years of experience ensuring Ivan's vision becomes a reality for the world. Their mission is developing and maturing businesses that have the potential to prosper, and with all the important factors of enhancing the condition of humanity. His Toyota dealerships rank as the #1 car dealership network in his state in Argentina, and expands realty the international real estate brokerage firm of the family office, is ensuring agents grow above and beyond financially and in their lives. Well known as the creator of the PhilanthroInvestor brand identity, along with his books, Ivan is constantly seeking to engage others towards the improvement of the world's most major social maladies. Housing problems, successfully addressed using housing philanthroinvesting by Equitan Help Inc., and now with its new startup, Equitan Help Ventures, opening the doors to the institutional investor to enjoy what individual investors have been experiencing for the past 7 years. Serious water conditions and scarcity are being addressed by water philanthroinvesting with Origin Clear, the water company for the new economy. Philanthroinvestor, golfer, and music lover, and having never met a person he did not love, Mr. Ivan Ans.
There it is, the man himself.
Oops, sorry, my bad. Okay.
Thank
go.
you. Thank you very much, guys.
Shut down the share on that too, Vendi.
I'm sorry?
Just shut down the share on that, the share screen. Just stop.
Yes, I will.
share. Okay,
Mhm,
perfect.
mhm.
There we go.
Awesome. Thank you, Stephen, and everybody. So yeah, so that's Capitan's family office, and we are in the front of going to show you the company that I love the most. And the reason I say that is because, you know, I have my Toyota dealerships network in Latin America for more than 15 years, and my real estate operation also for more than 10 years, and so on. But my real estate operation, the traditional real estate operation, which is outside PhilanthroInvestors, and the Toyota dealerships, like selling cars or just selling houses, it was not motivating me, because I started feeling in a point that I was just playing the game of money for money. So if you are one of that people in the audience that you are feeling like you are playing the game of just money for money, that you either put money into an investment and you're just getting money back and that's all that you feel, or that you are doing business and the business that you're doing, you feel that you are trading some type of asset or product and then you're getting money back, and you feel that way, you know, you can raise your hand just to get a feeling. I mean, I cannot normally in an event like with 1,000 people, I will see the hands, but here I don't know how I will see the hands, right? But the main thing is that I start looking myself for a possibility on, and I start asking God and say, please, my Lord, help me find something that I am not going to just invest, but invest with the purpose. Help me find something that do not give me only cash flow and capital growth, but also gives me fulfillment and spiritual enjoyment. And that's what I was looking for, because at that time, I was kind of being pitched, passive income equals financial freedom. And I was listening to this, passive income equals financial freedom. And I say to myself, wait a minute, something does not click. This passive income equals financial freedom. So I went and I researched the word freedom. Because for me, having 4 CEOs and 4 different companies at that time, I am speaking like 12 years ago, I was an entrepreneur. I was utilizing using the money from my companies to invest it for money. And I was feeling that being laying down, you say laying down or laying out in a chair in a beach? How is the correct English?
Yeah, laying, yeah, either way, laying down probably, yeah.
Okay, laying down. Yes, my English, my second language, so sorry guys. So laying down in the beach and receiving a check every month, for me, was not freedom. I was like, I started researching more the word freedom, and it was much more connected with the word engagement. It was much more connected with the word purpose, with the word knowledge, with the word control, with the word being alert of your environment. So it was like fighting for our constitution, right? Or winning, or winning a huge game that we are playing as a country, as a state, as a sport team. That's freedom, right? So when you are engaged emotionally, when you are committed yourself to a cause, when you are educating yourself and receiving knowledge, so you don't pass the responsibility to someone else, and if that someone else then lose your money, then you blame them. So because I was like, okay, give this money to this guy, and then this guy all of a sudden he lose the money. I didn't have much knowledge because he's the one that have the knowledge. Then he lose the money. Then I go and I use my finger and I point at him. And now I have low level of happiness, because blaming someone else is the lowest level of happiness you can have. So blaming equals low happiness, high responsibility is high happiness. So I say to myself, okay, so how financial freedom equals passive income equals financial freedom? It was kind of a confusion in my mind. So I researched more and more, and I say, okay, I got it. It's not only capital growth, it's not only cash flow that exceed your lifestyle expenses, but it's also needs to have purpose, fulfillment, engagement, knowledge, being alert of what's going on with that investment. And that's why I created True Financial Freedom. And in my book, which you can get on Amazon, Housing Philanthropy Investing, Invest with the Purpose, you will learn that every investor has a possibility of 6 different hats. And by hat, I mean something that you're doing in life, right? Like, you know, you are a father, that's a hat. You are a husband, that's a hat. You are an investor, that's a different hat. You know, you are a sportman, that's a different hat. So the investor is that hat with the knowledge and the abilities that are required in order to succeed in that activity. So I basically eliminated a lot of the confusion from the investment world, because in my research and discovery, I found many things that you will also learn with Mendy presentation. But one of the things that I found is that since 1994, if you research, you will see that many people in the world there is a decline on the trend, like a huge decline on the trend of people searching for the word investments and searching for the word investing, like a huge, like 70% decline from 1994 till now. And the reason for that, Stephen, is that people in general do not like to be talking or searching or learning of things that they have had losses in the past. So you don't like to talk about when you lost your dog, when you lost your family member, when you lost money, when you lost in an investment. Right. You don't want to be in relation with that, because if you don't want to be in relation, people is looking at it less and less and less and less, searching less and less and less. So I say, okay, the other reason people withdraw from things is because they have misunderstood. They don't understand something in an area. They read something they don't understand. So I say, okay, what it will need to be the beginning of this book is to actually rekindle or repurpose the people to be willing to invest. Because if they have a purpose, but they are not willing to invest in that purpose, then we have a problem. Because it's willingness without action, right? You need both things. You need the willingness and the action. So what I discovered was, okay, and I wrote it in the book, is I took all this confusion away of the investment world, and I made it very, very simple for everybody to understand and decide. As an investor, I have 6 different hats I can play with. And you can learn more about them in the book. And each of the hats requires knowledge. Each of the hats requires your responsibility. And each of the hats requires mastery. What I mean by mastery? You to take it to the point when you are winning, highly successful in that before you start the second one. And each of the hats, it's depend on your actual net worth and your actual liquidity, your actual cash that you have. you cannot do all the hats. Like some of the hats are for people that really are starting to be an investor, and some of the hats people can wear them if they have like more than $1 million net worth and so on, right? So you need to learn on that line. But on the point that I'm trying to make is that investing can be simple if you really understand it, and you can actually recover your purpose and your willingness to grow your capital, because now you have all of that ability to not only grow your capital but also get cash flow, and the most important thing, fulfilling and spiritual enjoyment, which is the reason why we do all the things that we do, right? To increase our fulfillment and our spiritual enjoyment for us and for our people that we love and for our communities and so on. So I just want to leave you with that. The company, the family office right now, so just you know, Stephen, it has a little bit more than 100 million of assets across 14 countries, from PhilanthroInvestors from 14 countries, and between all the different companies that you will learn right now from Bendy. And yeah, and there is more discoveries that I did, because when I was doing that discovery, God sent me this in 2009. God sent me this idea of PhilanthroInvestors, because I was asking, and I was taking a shower in 2009 in July, and I was asking for this answer, and he tells me the word PhilanthroInvestors, and I am asking what it is, and he says, Ivan, yes, this is a mission for you in the planet, and in the future, people will love to have a purpose that is connected to the fact that they are utilizing their money, their resource, their energy, their oxygen, because that's what money is for your family and for you, is the oxygen that you have to do things in life. So they will utilize that oxygen to improve their life, but also improve other people's lives. And not only grow their capital, but grow their capital while helping others. Not only make money, but make money while changing people's lives. And not only invest, but invest with a purpose. And all of these has facts that Bendy will share with you on what is happening in the planet right now, and where this oxygen or this money is going in the wrong direction, and we should correct it. So that's basically my 2 cents and my initial presentation, Stephen, and I am here always available to help anybody that wants to add me to my Facebook, invite me to LinkedIn, follow me on Instagram, and all of that. You can private message me on any of that channels, and I'm always available there. And have a wonderful presentation, Bendy. Oh, wait. Bendy has been working with me for more than 10 years. And she has been amazing. Like, she's my, not only, my angel in business, but my boss sometimes. And she tells me, Ivan, we need to do this. And I follow her. So everything that she says, please listen to her, because she's an amazing woman and the president for PhilanthroInvestors, with all her queen status very well earned.
Yeah, that's awesome, Ivan. I mean, we could literally have an entire webinar, podcast right now just on what you just said, like people having a purpose. I mean, that's kind of an argument against like universal basic income and things like that. If you just give people stuff, they have no purpose, and then they lose their way and get into all kinds of other challenges. And I mean, you talk to like somebody that gambles a lot, you're going to always hear about their big wins. Oh, I hit at the track, or I won the Super Bowl, but you don't hear about the other 100 losses that they took in the bets they made up to that, So all that stuff you're just talking about. And, Sonia commented, I feel you. I've always wondered and ask myself, what is my purpose? So I absolutely love what you say, Ivan. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, definitely follow Ivan. I believe your last name's Anz, right? A-N-Z.
Yes,
okay. So hey, it's wrong on the screen right there. Just so you guys know, it's A-N-Z, Ivan Anz. So yeah, check out Ivan on social media and everything, and follow his mission. He's businesses all across the world and does really cool things. So Ivan, I appreciate you opening up with that, and I can't wait to learn more about these companies with Vendy.
Thank you, Stephen.
All right, Vendy. So it looks like it's all you now. Where do you want to start here?
Woohoo! So I would like to start with sharing a few statistics in 10 different commodities that are utmost important for our survival. So you understand why we picked, let's say, housing philanthropy investing, or why we picked water philanthropy investing. So I want to share these. They are quite critical, but we do have a solution. So my presentation will be a little bit like what's happening on planet Earth, but then don't worry, we do have the solutions. So for example, if you look at air, which is a #1 commodity we cannot live without, there's only about 8% of the whole world's population that live in a good air quality environment. If you think about it, it's a very, very little number. It's only 8%. Okay. If you look at water, that will be #2 commodity we cannot live without. There's 6,000 children dying every day because of water-related diseases. So when you look at the casualties from war compared to how many people die because of unsafe water, the water unfortunately wins. We release untreated water, so all the chemicals go back to our oceans. We do not recycle, and the whole infrastructure is crumbling. So water is actually like a #2 critical field that we have, right? When you look at food, there's every 7th person is hungry, yet we are facing obesity as a new disease. And at the same time, we waste over 1.3 billion tons of food and have starvation. So that's another problem we should really look at. Housing, which is your real estate, you are probably aware of it, but there's billions of families who do not own their homes. And it's not because they don't want to, but because they just don't qualify for the basic mortgages, right? But what it also creates, and that's very important, is that statistically, families that move from rent to rent, their kids miss stability because they have to change friends, they have to change schools, there's too much chaos in their lives. So what usually happens is that they end up in the streets, using drugs, getting into criminality, and that is our next generation. So real estate, or how we call it housing, is actually very, very important as well. #5 would be energy. We are all 110 people right now connected through, super speed, high Wi-Fi, and we can see each other on, through the Zoom and everything. But at the same time, there's almost 1 billion of people who do not have even access to electricity. Okay, so that's again another dichotomy where we can talk wherever we want to, we can send messages and do FaceTime and Zooms and WhatsApps, but there's almost about 1/8 of population that they don't even have light, right? Next, critical area is structure. We are capable of stepping on the moon. We are trying to, live on Mars, right? However, every time a hurricane comes, or flood, or tornado, there's hundreds of thousands of people dying on planet Earth. Which, if you think about it, it's crazy because we are capable of, almost living on different planets, right? We are able to go into space, yet we cannot handle the disasters that we have on planet Earth. So structure is also very important to us. Then the next troublesome problem is littering. We dump about 8 million tons of litter in the environment every single year, which obviously affects the water, quality of the water, affects the quality of the food, but it also affects the animal kingdom, which has been declining for about 70% in the last 50 years. The next subjects I want to touch is art. We at PhilanthroInvestors believe that art is very, very important because obviously, especially you guys, entrepreneurs, working hard every day, Saturday, Sundays, when you shut off your computer, you want to enjoy your life with your family, right? You maybe want to go to the movies, or you want to listen to the music, or you want to just see something pretty. Art is very important because it gives us the future. It creates the future, the beauty of life. But only 10% of artists actually make a living with their art. Okay, so that's also a subject that we do take seriously. And then last but not least, it's the pandemic of illiteracy. As of now, we still have about 1 billion of illiterate people, which is really crazy because, again, we have, smartphones and we can Google everything on, on the internet. However, there are people who can even read or write. So based on these statistics, I haven't decided to search more and see, well, where's all the money going, or majority of the money going? How come the condition is still getting worse and worse and worse? How come it's worse than 50 or 100 years ago, right? And you would not believe, but about $500 billion get gambled worldwide every single year. $500 billion. Imagine what we could do with that if it was put to the correct use, right? But even if you look at investment, only about 10% of even seasoned investors actually make return on their investment. 90% usually lose the money. So that's why Ivan decided to create his own solution, because obviously there's nothing wrong with investment, and investment is cool. But he decided, why don't we invest with a purpose? Why don't we marry the two ideas of philanthropy, giving, loving, helping without anything, without anything in return, really, and investment, which is really just making money for money? Why don't we invest with a purpose so we also help? Now, what does it mean to be a philanthro investor then? Philanthro investor is someone who invests money and time, engaging emotionally to promote human welfare while earning a financial return. So as Ivan said, it's not just like, here's my money and then I either get rich in a couple of months or I blame you for losing my money, right? You do, or you should, invest also your time, be emotionally involved to see, okay, what do I want to change? Obviously, I want to make money, but what change I want to create for planet Earth, right? So what would be our vision with philanthro investors? What we want to create is a world in which all the air we breathe is free from damaging particles. We want to create a world in which water is returned to its purest form. A world of healthy, pure, and organic food that is accessible by everyone. Of course, we want to create a world where every single family owns their home. A world where we no longer need all the electrical wire structures, but we can naturally generate all the energy. A world where all the structures are bulletproof against all the different disasters. Litter-free world. We want to create a world in which all the animals are cared for. An aesthetic world in which every artist has the space and resources to flourish and prosper. And finally, a literate world. So that is the vision we have, and that's what we are working towards. And that's why we want to awaken the philanthro investor within. No more just investment, no more just just philanthropy, but let's awaken the philanthro investor in within. So far, so
yeah, it sounded good.
Yeah, beautiful. So right now we have conquered the number 2 water crisis, number 4 housing, and number 7 environmental. Would you like me to play present all 3 companies that can handle that problem, or would you like to start?
I think it'd be great to learn about them. All 3 that you guys are doing right now, and I can't really pick one. So I think if we can do all 3, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. So let me start with the water. And I'm going to play a short video that explains very easily how we can handle the crisis of running out of clean water. By the way, there is a statistics which I believe it's about 20 years, that we have 20 years left before we run out of clean water if we don't do anything about it right now, okay? So I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Rick Eckleberry, which is the CEO and co-founder of Origin Clear, that has a fantastic technology how to sanitize water anywhere on the planet. So here we go.
Hi, I'm Rick Eckleberry, co-founder, chairman, CEO of Origin Clear. The government needs to continue to provide a lot of abundant clean water. But what happens to it after it's used, when it's dirty? Do you know that 80% of all sewage is never treated? It's just dumped. That leads to water scarcity, but it also leads to a lot of disease and pollution, the ocean turning into something horrible. At the same time, the cities and counties are not getting the funding they need to really treat the water, and so they can't keep up. The solution is let the people who use the water clean the water. water on demand is a way for regular investors to invest in water systems that are built at the local business, industrial, agricultural level. Not the big central systems, but rather this new breed of private water treatment. Let's say you're a brewery and you're making lots more beer and therefore you make lots more leftover water. Where does it go? Well, the cities are saying that's too much, we can't take it. At the brewery, they're not in the business of water treatment, this is brand new, and so they need a solution. Also, they're not experts. You're gonna ask them to hire a water expert? That doesn't work either, right? What we have is a solution which is water on demand, which means I need water treatment, boom, you get it. No need for capital, no need for maintenance, just sign on a dotted line, the machine shows up on your site, and it's maintained and it treats the water. We have opened up investment in these water systems to the general investing public. We're charging these people on the meter just the same way they're used to with the city, right? But it's not the city doing it anymore, it's the business. Business loves it, why? Because if they treat the water themselves, guess what? They can reuse it, they can recycle, they can get more water for their money, and now we take care of a lot of the scarcity problems. So this is a solution that solves so many problems in the water industry. In today's economic climate, you want to get away from just holding on to dollars or even holding on to gold, because gold doesn't earn money, right? Water on demand is investment in actual capital assets that earn income. But think about it. If you can get a tangible asset and make royalty money from your tangible asset, then it's the best of all worlds. Lots of assets out there. A lot of people know they need to invest in assets. So therefore, assets are skyrocketing in value. Crude oil, precious metals, commodities of all kinds, lumber, you name it. Water has only begun. It's the beginning of the run for water. Water on demand is the first program to enable investors like you and me to get into an asset. I believe it's a once-in-a-generation opportunity to make real change with our health, water, and also to take advantage of the development of an asset that will throw off revenue and, I believe, increase in value tremendously. The first thing you can do is to sign up to hear my weekly briefing. It's every Thursday night, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Just put oc.gold/CEO in your browser, register for the briefing. If you can't make it to actually watch it, you'll get the replays automatically. But week by week, you will hear about this amazing program being developed in real time, and you will be in on something exciting. Whether you're an investor or not, you will be in on this heartbeat of an activity that I think is just phenomenal. Obviously, I love it. I'm one of the people who helped develop it, and we have a lot of work ahead of us. We want you to join us because it needs to become, and I believe it will become, a movement. Stay tuned, and I look forward to hearing more from you.
All right.
Yeah, very, very cool. I mean, water is an interesting because it's one of those things we take for granted. I feel like, it's just like it's always going to be there and everybody has it. And you forget that there's other places in the world that don't have clean water supply. And when you start looking at how it's, what's happening in the coming, decades, it's like, man, what if we didn't have clean water? And water is the basis for everything. So it's pretty amazing stuff.
That's true. That's true. We actually think that we have plenty of water, but if you really look at that, would you drink water from the tap now?
I drink tap water.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There are states where I would definitely say,
right.
I wouldn't. Yeah. It's very scary. It's actually, if you really look what's in the water, it's scary. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like when we were kids. I mean, we just go to the side of the house, grab a hose and drink out of anywhere. It's definitely not like that anymore.
Yes. When I was a kid, we could drink anywhere, even from a stream, so from rivers. It was super, super clean, but not anymore. Yeah, very true. Mm-hmm. So this fantastic opportunity is actually in investment in the water on demand, which means the investors invest into the equipment, as it said in the video, and the equipments produce money, obviously, because the customers pay per gallon, and the investor then gets 25% royalty on the long-term managed services contracts, which gets paid every quarter. And also it is only for accredited investors, just, that's a very important information. And the investment starts anywhere from 100,000 onward. We are fundraising 20 million in total. So depending on the amount, you get up to 10% of the ownership of the water on demand entity. Now, on top of that, because we are very confident about this project, you also get 100%, 150% of investment into the common stock of the Origin Clear itself. And again, depending on the investment, you get different warrants. Okay, so that would be the water project. So you can actually, something's happening here, sorry. So you can actually help the crisis with water. Then we have a solution for the problem number 4, which was housing. And that's actually Ivan's baby. When Ivan decided that he wants to do philanthro investing, he wanted to see whether you can actually really philanthro invest. And he decided to go into the real estate, into the housing, because there's way too many families who don't afford to buy a house, right? So what I would like to do now is I would like to play a short video that explains the model of housing philanthro investing.
Do you want to help families while creating a potential cash flow of 8 to 12%? Are you looking for a clear investment with clear results? Do you want to leave a legacy for your family and future generations? If so, here is the information you need to know. In the 1940s, the average American home cost $3,000, $30,000 in today's dollar. In the decades from the 1940s to the 1970s, the cost of a home rose in line with earnings. That meant a home had the same relative value in 1941 as in 1971. But from the 1970s onwards, the relative cost of residential property skyrocketed. To keep their dreams alive, homeowners took on mortgage debt of historic size, and to this day, many are now experiencing a loan repayment crisis, and foreclosures are growing. But there is an opportunity right now to build a stable foothold in residential real estate. Many who are involved in housing complain about the headaches that accompany investing as a real estate landlord. Renovation, maintenance, and tenant services are far from simple. Many landlords had simply given up. At Equitan Help, we built a unique business opportunity. We created a turnkey, profitable business that makes a difference in people's lives. Housing PhilanthroInvesting is our turnkey business. PhilanthroInvesting is a very effective way to invest with a purpose. PhilanthroInvesting can achieve a consistent 8 to 12% return, and you remain in the driver's seat. Here's how. 1, we research, select, and buy foreclosed homes across the United States. 2, we do the work needed to return the home to a sellable state. 3, as a philanthro investor, you review the homes available and purchase a minimum package of 3 homes for approximately $135,000. You're purchasing them at far below after repair value. You have now become the CEO of your housing portfolio. 4, we select and qualify working class families desirous of ownership. Those qualify become residents of your properties. 5, you receive a $1,000 down payment from each family. 6, you are now the lender and finance the balance at a 12% interest rate for 20 years. 7, they pay their real estate taxes, insurance, and maintenance costs. 8, we connect with the residents of your home regularly and maintain a relationship with each family. You get regular information as they establish their home. 9, you get a detailed monthly report on the growing value of your Philanthro investment. 10, we charge nominal fees at each stage of the process. You remain 100% in charge of your turnkey business. Your capital grows and you enjoy a stable cash flow. You'll also enjoy heartwarming news about families' progress and enjoying anonymity as a buffer between you and the home buyers. You decide how to grow your business, helping families on their path to home ownership. Your Philanthro investment will help children and their families all across the USA. Children of homeowners perform better in school. Children of homeowners have lower rates of drug use and criminality. Homeowners invest in their local community by volunteering for civic projects. Homeowners also historically report a greater sense of self-control and self-worth. In essence, you make a difference, and you make money while doing it. Speak to a housing Philanthro investing consultant today. Improve your life while improving the lives of children, families, and communities. With equity and help, invest with a purpose.
What do you think about it? It's super ingenious, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I mean, you guys were on last month on Money Club Mondays, and we got into a little more in depth about the housing side of things and stuff like that. I mean, I was just typing. I know we've, prior, this was only available to people in the private money club, but, we've had people that have been there, have been invested with you guys and have been happy with the returns as well as the purpose. And so, that was one of the things I said, well, I'd like to be able to present it to our entire community here. And so I think it's a wonderful thing. So any of you that have been moving money over to self-directed IRAs, taking back control of it, any of you that have the banking policies and you're just thinking like, I got money sitting in my cash value, like what do I do with it? Well, get that money moving. And these are great, in my opinion, these are great opportunities for both those uses right there.
Exactly. You're right, Stephen. You're right. What I want to stress out here is that as it said in the video, yes, we the investors buy the houses at like 45-50% value, and yes, we do charge 20% 12% of interest rate, but we sell the houses to the families with about 20% equity gain only. So yes, if you buy the house, say at 50,000, you could flip it. You could sell it at 100, 120, but that would not be philanthropy investing. That would be just investment, right? So what we do is we just make a very, very basic repairs, and we sell it to the family, let's say at 70,000. So even though we charge high interest for you guys as investors, the family still ends up paying at around, the average payment is about $480 or $500 a month, which, I think it's ingenious because it does include the philanthropy of helping the families to become homeowners. And at the same time, the investors, do make a good profit, right?
Yeah, in today's market,
So that,
you can't rent a you can't rent a house in today's market for under $1,000, no matter where you are. So
I know.
being able
Right?
to own the home, have that pride of home ownership and everything that's involved with that, as well as the ongoing benefits, down the road. I mean, that's just, it really is a cool thing.
Exactly. And because they know they are getting the equity, they feel really proud, as you said, as homeowners, and they totally even wants to come up with like, okay, what should we repair next? How should we make our kitchen better? How should we take care of the roof? So it works. I love this idea. Yes, I think Ivan is ingenious. He's a genius. Yeah. So that is equity and help.
The other cool thing, Bendy, real fast before you move on, the other cool thing I think is neat is when you get involved with this and you do the philanthropy investing with the housing, you're actually helping 3 families. So you guys do it in lots of 3. Right. And where that's cool is not only are you helping 3 families instead of 1, you're also diversifying your risk a little bit. So you're not just purchasing one house where something goes wrong. Now you got to deal with the headache. You have 2 other homes that are doing well, and then we can, figure out the challenges on one of them. So it just gives you a little bit of spread out in your portfolio and diversify a little bit out that way. So that 135 to 150,000 range to get that package of 3 houses. And you guys pretty much much handle, I know that the investor has a lot of, they can put a lot of their input and kind of choose where they want the houses and stuff like that. But you guys handle all that, right?
Exactly. The investor is in the in the driver's seat, because obviously he picks the houses and he approves the families, but all the communication to find a family or collect all the payments and everything is done by Equitan Help. So you, as an investor, you pretty much lose all the headache as a landlord. Correct. Yes, it becomes very easy. You just know what's happening. You get monthly reports, so you know exactly where you are standing, what is happening, what is not happening, and anything you want. You just ask the consultants from Equitan Help and say, hey, I would like to also propose this to the family. And that happens. So the Equitan Help takes care of it. Yes.
Yeah, I love it. It's cool stuff. All right, cool. Part 3.
Perfect. Yes, exactly. Now we have a very similar project, which is called Equitan Help Ventures. Again, that is for accredited investors. And instead of helping 3 families, you would help 100 families with investment of 5 million. So that would be another thing. And then finally, we are getting the third and right now the last opportunity we have. We are working on a couple of more, because obviously we have the 10 different areas we want to improve. And we will have few coming soon, but as of now, we have just the water, housing, and the environmental. So let me show you the environmental, because it's also very emotional.
I am the ocean. Can you remember the last time you heard my voice? Can you remember the last time I brought you peace by looking at me? Please listen to me now, because what I have to tell you is very important. I am the heart of our planet. All life depends on me. I occupy 72% of the entire surface of the Earth. 97% of the water on our planet belongs to me. But I am not just water. Under my surface lives the most extraordinary biodiversity on Earth. I generate more than half of the oxygen we need to breathe. I also share the responsibility for regulating the planet's climate. I absorb carbon dioxide to keep temperatures in balance, and I'm the primary source of protein for millions of people in the world. That's why I need you. That's why I need your help. Plastic is everywhere, even on uninhabited beaches. I have plastic islands. I have one in the Pacific, which comprises the same area as Spain, France, and Germany combined. Scientists estimate that 1 garbage truck per minute is dumped into the sea. These dumpings are filled with old tires, fishing nets, bottles, and worse. They generate microplastics, putting all life at risk. According to the United Nations, by 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in my waters. If every person listening to me now takes action, that prediction can be changed. I've spoken with my sister, the forest, and she's experiencing the same problems. She too is very concerned. Brother, she said, I thought human beings were our friends. We provide so much for them. Why are they treating us like that? She questioned me. I told her, Forrest, they don't know the negative effect they're creating. But we have to speak up. We have to let them know. I promise you, I will speak out. I will do something about it. And that is why, my friends, I need you to heed this call. I need you to hear me well. Every decision to help I can get, every offer to do something about it helps. We must have an ocean with more beauty, less waste. Will you be my friend? I need so many, many great friends. It's not too late, but it is urgent. Are you ready to start now? Because there is a solution. a way you can help immediately. I've been shouting this message of the need for the past 10 years, but too few have listened with their heart. Some actually have heard the need. Some who don't even have any money donate their time and energy. Some invest, they call themselves PhilanthroInvestors, and they're doing well by doing good. I'm so happy I found these amazing people. Some call themselves Zelupians, using an app that's revolutionizing the planet, and they are a force for good. I need much more help, but we are moving in the right direction. Soon, I will be able to breathe easily again. Please consider this a special invitation for you to join them. Please. Thank you. The ocean.
What do you think about this video?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something that I know quite a bit about, and it's unfortunate. I mean, the oceans are such a mess right now, and they're so important to everything on the planet Earth. So I actually didn't know you guys were involved in this. So yeah, interested to hear what you say here.
Yes, we definitely want to take care of the air, the water, food, housing, energy. So so we are working on all the fronts pretty much. Yes. So this is again, minimum investment is 100,000, similar like with the water investing. Now we are already in a class B, shares of holding company, which is pretty much, angel investing. But what is cool about this investment is that even though you are helping Zelo, which is the company that takes care of the plastic bottles in the oceans, you are actually getting the value of the holding company. So very soon we will be able to have other projects that take care of other trash than just, oh my goodness, sorry, other trash than just, like plastic bottles in the oceans. Also, obviously, there's more trash. So this is very, very exciting. What I actually want to do is also show you the Z-Loop itself, so you have a little bit more reality. This is the website that takes care of it. Now, what they did is really smart, because they came up with an application. So they gamified the whole process of the recycling, where we would have consumers on one side getting different tokens and playing different games and getting social media acknowledgement by recycling. You can even create your own recycling point, so it's very exciting. And that supports one motion, where instead of just throwing the trash in the oceans and throwing the trash, not recycling it at all, you can. And then we have the other companies like, let's say, Danone or Coca-Cola, that are supposed to use recycled plastic, not to create new. And if they do, we can actually, in our platform, we can promote them for doing that, right? So it kind of goes hand to hand. So it's very, very exciting. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm talking about it. I'm not scrolling down. So here we go. So we are in over 52 countries right now. And we have over almost 4,500 deposit points. So again, like, let's say if you live somewhere where you don't have the deposit point, you just take your phone, you take the Z-Loop app, you take the picture, and within 24 hours, we can actually include those points, third parties, obviously, as part of the Z-Loopian world. So we can, increase, right? Beautiful. So that's pretty much that. Yeah, so that's what we have right now. So we have environmental, water, and we have the housing investment.
So the recycle bin. So what you're encouraging people is to use an app to show others where recycle bins are that they can use?
Yes, basically the app it gives the possibility to it gives the possibility to a family. Let's say you have your family on a weekend, and instead of having your kids playing on the TV and playing games to earn tokens and being on more screen time, which makes people and kids more stupid, right? So put them to interact with the nature and the real things in life. You can encourage your family on a weekend. Everybody of your family download the app. So this is a very unique program. Everybody of your family download the app. As soon as you download the app, we gift you 2,500 tokens of the Zloop token in the blockchain right away. And 2,500 tokens, if you have 4 people in your family, is 10,000 tokens. Then you put a recycling bin in your house. Then you create the deposit, the recycling bin in your house, we give you another 500 tokens. Then if every time you trash a plastic bottle, you send us a picture to the app and we give you 100 tokens. And then if you do the same in the environment, you go to the nature, to the ocean, to the lakes, to any place where there is a recycle bin, you create a deposit point, we give you 500 tokens. And every time you trash a plastic bottle, a bottle of plastic, then we give you 100 tokens. So if you do this as a family activity in your city, every weekend you're accumulating tokens that you can trade for Bitcoin or USDT, which is the tether of the crypto US dollar. So, and then if you wait when the token in the future becomes more valuable, that's an asset there that is holding value for you. Let me share with you just for a second so you can see. Let me see if I have it here. Let me see if I share the screen with you here. Can you see my screen?
Yep, it's firing up now. Yes.
Okay, so this is CoinMarketCap. This is like the Yahoo Finance that that you can see all the stocks, right? Here you can see all the crypto. So there is 19,784 cryptos in 527 exchanges across the world with $1.2 trillion as a market, right? And here you can see that Zloop, the token, it has a value of this value. It is just starting, but it's positioned to rank in the 7,878 between 19,000 tokens. And it has a supply of 80 billion tokens. As you can see here in the bottom right, 80 billion tokens. So when you invest in the company, you need to know that the company, Zloop itself, owns 10% of this supply. The allocation, 10% of the supply is owned by Zloop itself. And so when you become a shareholder in this startup, as an angel investor, you are participating in the owning of the 10% of the tokens. But then you can also earn the tokens with your family as an activity. So you can really be a philanthropy investor with your time, or you can be a philanthropy investor with your money.
All right.
Or you can be with both. So, but philanthropy investing in Zloop, it requires a minimum investment of 100,000. I mean, if you come with a friend and you say, hey, one friend will put 50,000, another friend 50, or 3 friends 33 each, you can also do it. But then that's the minimum investment is 100K. So for that, Wendy, now that I explained this, Wendy will share the slide on what, but it's not really necessary. You get benefit, you get a percentage on the company, you are a shareholder in the company, you have preferred shares, you will get connected to our special group of shareholders, you will be in daily communication with the founders, you will be part of a special Telegram group that is only for shareholders and founders, they will be updating you and so on, and you could be able to get all the news. And the other thing that happened in relation to Zloop is that it was selected this last week in Dubai. It was the FinTech conference in Dubai, and Seamless, which is one special company in the FinTech industry, is a very unique company. It's called Seamless. They created an award, a game to do a due diligence on the FinTech companies all of them that were participating in Dubai. And Zloop won the award #1, and they give Zloop $5,000.
Wow.
Like I have a picture from the founder, the CEO, with the $5,000 check, because they won this award between all the FinTech companies in the Dubai FinTech conference last week. You can see all of that when you download the app right away. The app is there in your phone, like iPhone, Android, everything. So you can download it and you can, zoom out in the map and you can see all the users that we have in every single part of the world. And you will see like 170 countries with users and 52 countries with deposit collection points.
Wow.
You see? So
that's so cool.
Yeah, this is Eric, the founder and the CEO. He's in Dubai.
Sorry.
The headquarters of the company is based in Dubai, and the reason for that is basically the two reasons. We have 2,100 deposit collection points of the 5,000 deposit collection points are in Dubai. And the reason for that is that Dubai is very conscious on the environment city, because if they don't take care of the environment, they are lost with the amount of water that they can have. They need to take care of the environment because, there's no water in Dubai, right?
Yes.
So basically, and so, yeah, Seamless gave us $5,000. This is June 1st. You see the check, June 1st, 2022. So yeah, it's an amazing moment, guys. I will suggest something here from this point on. Just get on send an email to Wendy. She will put her contact data there and so on, and tell her, hey, I love to help environment. I love to help littering, not help littering more, but help prevent the littering, right? So help the prevention of littering. Or I love the oceans because I love the fishes, so it's the same. Or I love the water. I want to bring drinking water to the planet. Or I really want to help families because I love real estate. And I really love the idea of having a real estate asset that is backing me up. Even in water, there is also the asset, which is the equipment that is backing you up. But, just make that decision. Or you say, hey, no, I want to, similar to how I have my crypto portfolio, similar to how I have my stock portfolio, I want to have my philanthropy investing portfolio. So I want to have the 3 companies and the other ones that are coming also, so I can have my philanthropy investing portfolio. I have 300,000, I will do 100,000 in each or something like that. And you have your philanthropy investing portfolio.
Yeah, that's, I love it, man. I love it. I mean, I just, put in the chat box, contact Wendy with what your purpose is. Like, what's your passion? How would you like to be a philanthropy investor? And that's awesome stuff. Welcome back, Wendy.
Thank you. Sorry, my internet just
like,
yes.
Gotta love the Zoom, right? Where are you located, Wendy? Where are you? Like, what state or country or?
I just moved to Mexico City.
Oh, Mexico City. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I saw another one of our business partners. He'll be on Wealth Webinar Wednesday next week, actually, by the way. Greg Herline, who owns a self-directed custodian company and does a lot of investing himself. He's actually with his wife right now in Mexico City. I just saw on Facebook.
Fantastic.
What are the odds of that?
Yes.
It looks like a beautiful place.
Yes. I usually move every 5 years. I did have exception where I didn't move for 10 years from Florida, but I think it was because of my kids. So now they are older. So I usually tend to move every 5 years to a different country or continent.
Cool. Why not, right? That's very, very cool.
We have plans for Latin America also for philanthropy investing. So having been in Mexico is strategic for the company.
Yes.
Wow, very cool.
Very much.
All right. I love it. I don't know if you still had something to go on the presentation, Wendy, or where you were with that, but
I think we are pretty cool. You did send the website that anybody who is interested can definitely let me know. And yeah, I will be happy to take care of you guys or help you to lead you where to go.
Yeah, absolutely. So does anybody have any questions on either the housing or the water or the oceans and the plastics and the recycling? If you guys have any questions, I mean, I definitely encourage you to go to the website, the link that I put in the chat box, and contact Wendy directly, and you guys can have that one-on-one. But while we're on right now, I mean, does anybody have any questions for us? Can we clarify anything? You guys did an outstanding job with the presentation and explaining it all, so you might have covered everything, but just wanted to open that up for questions at this point.
Yeah, or you can just email me or use the, should I also enter maybe my email if they want to contact me straight away? Yeah, okay, let's do that. And you can just, obviously, I'm not sure. Here we go. you can just email me and say, you come from Stephen Nagy and what your question is. This is me.
Cool. So someone's saying, can they recommend housing for the housing program?
I'm not sure I understand the question. Recommend what housing?
I think maybe
Like
if they
houses?
know like an area that like, might be a good place for you guys to work in, or maybe clarify that, Madeline, what you mean by that. Chris is saying, will you send their contact info in an email also? Yeah, we'll do that, Chris. When we send out the recording and put it on YouTube and send it out via the email, I'll be sure to include the link in the email for you as well. And Vendy's information as well.
I don't think I did it correctly. Hold on. I think I didn't send it to everyone. Here we go. Me and Zoom.
There you go. Yes, Madeline saying yes if you know a needy area.
Right. So we are always open to any suggestion. Just so you know, we have a very specific matrix system, like a software, where we get all the different foreclosures from different banks from whole United States. And the program selects specifically just to make sure that it's, let's say, 3-bedroom to bathroom, because obviously if you live from paycheck to paycheck, you will probably not be able to afford your first house that is like mentioned, if I exaggerate. Also, we are trying to locate the houses that are closer to possibilities of jobs. So example, if I find a house that's in the mountains and the guy would have to travel 2 hours to work, probably not going to make it. So we do have really great software system that takes care of it. And we get about 5,000 different properties every week. And we go, by all the different criteria down to like hundreds. Then we take that package. Again, we select through, and we literally at the end, we handpick and then have inspectors going to see the houses to make sure that it's something, it's not like a total ruin, or it is what it is, and it's not something that it seems, and then we buy it for the investor, and then investors like, why? So yeah, we do have a very advanced system for that. But anyways, we are always open for any suggestions, definitely.
Cool. There you go. You can just email Vendy and see what you guys can do. Okay, cool. Well, I love it, man. I think it's great. I appreciate you guys coming on today. And like I said, supporting, the Private Money Club from the start. And, I'm sure we're going to do a lot of business together, in the years to come. But right now with the 3 opportunities you guys are focusing on out of, what is it, 10, right? 10 total areas that you're looking at?
Yes, 10 total areas, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see what else you guys come up with next. But I'll definitely going to download that app and check that out a little bit more. And I'll be in touch with you guys as well. And that's it's just amazing stuff. So I don't see any other questions coming in. Let you guys kind of close it out, and we'll go from there.
Fantastic. Yes. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah,
we really appreciate that.
So Ivan, again, thank you for being here and hopping in there real quick when Vendy froze up on the Zoom and explaining a little bit more. So we do appreciate your time and everything you guys are doing. And yeah, we will we'll definitely see you guys, see the guys on the next one.
Thank you.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you very much.
And have a wonderful and magical and happy Wednesday.
All right. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. And everybody that's on right now, I mean, remember, you can join us live in person. We still have, I don't know, maybe like 12 or 14 tickets left for our July event in Buffalo. So it's going to be the last weekend in July in Buffalo live. We have the virtual option as well. So make sure you get your ticket for that. Even if you haven't worked out your travel plans yet, grab your ticket, especially if you want to come with us to the baseball game. But, this is, what to expect for that event. We're going to have so many solid experts, Larry Steinhaus I was talking with this morning. Brent Kessler will be there, Justin Devon, Kevin Shortell. I'm sure Vendy, I'd love to do an event with you guys in the near future as well. But these are the caliber of people that we bring to you when we do these kinds of events and these kinds of trainings. And you guys, Ivan and Vendy, it's just amazing what you all are doing. And yeah, let's talk about, let's get you guys to one of our events, and I'd love to meet you in person and live. And I think that'd be a lot of fun as well. And Tessa's saying, take me out to the ball game. That's part of the VIP experience that we're going to do. We rented out a private suite at the Buffalo AAA baseball stadium. So we're gonna have some fun at that. And then 2 days of full education. So join us for that. If you haven't registered and buy your ticket yet for that one. And then make sure you guys reach out directly to Vendy, or you can go to the website to get that information. And if you guys are in Private Money Club, they're in there as well. So Vendy, once again, thank you very much. Appreciate everyone being here, and we will see you guys next week. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye.
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. We're putting up tons of them, but I think if you like this one, you'll probably like that video as well. Not only that, I've got a book that I created, Mapping Out the Millionaire Mystery, where we actually show you what the wealthy do in the game they play with money. I want you to have that for free. And if you want to know about all my new videos coming up, click that alert button. Actually, smash that alert button, and you'll be notified every time we put a new video. So we'll see you on the next episode.